Right, so this is a tragic story of two Nigerian lovers in diaspora. Meanwhile, at the end of this narrative, I would like you to tell me if marrying early in life, possibly at the early 20s, if it is preferred to marrying possibly around 30s or in your late 30s, which is preferred for sustainability in marriage. Secondly, is it okay for a man to send the wife abroad, the wife and children abroad, while staying in their home country, possibly Nigeria, Kenya, or any of the African countries? Or is it okay for the man to move to abroad, settle down before bringing in the wife? Or is it also better for the entire family to travel together? Now, how about a man restricting the wife from working because of child rearing? All right, you are most welcome to my channel. My name is Chinyere Ojiki. Welcome to today's episode of Abroad Life. Meanwhile, it's a sad one and not a happy one because this is a tragic story of a Nigerian couple in diaspora. They married early enough in life. The man was age 21 while the lovely wife was, as at that time, age 18 when they met and fell in love, though it was love at first sight. But they got married in 1999 and God blessed them with 3 children, a boy and 3 girls as at that moment. And the man, who was a Nigerian soldier as at that time, was so much in love with the young wife, and he decided to ask the wife not to work because of stress and possibly because of the workload that comes with child rearing. However, he was providing everything for the wife and the kids. So as time goes on, this young soldier wanted a better life for his family and had an agreement to move the wife and the kids to the United States. And the wife agreed. However, before the wife and children arrived the States, this young man had already rented an apartment and a car for the comfort of his family. As time goes on, after 3 years, the man decided to relocate to the States just to be with his family, despite sponsoring and providing for his family in the States while living in Nigeria. However, the wife in the States, within that 3 years, was not working. Moreover, before this young soldier arrived the States, the wife, who hailed from the northern part of Nigeria, if you know Nigeria so well, anyone from the north or anyone born and bred in the northern part of Nigeria is expected to know how to braid hair. I am about the only one who spent 3 years in the northern part of Nigeria, and yet I don't know how to braid hair. So before this young soldier arrived the States, the wife had started hair braiding from the comfort of her home in Orlando, Florida, precisely. So women and children flooded her home to make their hair, as she knows her onion perfectly well. And as time goes on, she became a household name, making a living from what she does, before the husband finally joined her in the States. The husband, who was formerly a big man in Nigeria, arriving the States without paper, had to start all over. He started doing menial job just to earn a means of livelihood. Just like a lot of African men and women who arrived in diaspora would always stoop so low to do any menial job in order to support their family, despite their class in wherever they had come from. This is common in abroad. You would see a bank manager arrive in the UK or the States go as low as doing cleaning job just to make a living. Subsequently, God blessed this family with another baby boy, making it 5 children, family of 7 in total. And as time goes on, the young woman started making almost $1,000 in a day because she was fast and efficient in hair braiding. Yes, and the husband, who was new, was also working hard to support the family as much as he could, though his earnings were not enough to sustain the family. And as time goes on, the wife became the breadwinner of the house because she supports the family financially more than the man does, though the man subsequently got his papers in the States and started doing Uber job, and delivery job, but that wasn't still enough compared to what the wife was making from home. This is why I said skills, having a skill would pay you higher in abroad than somebody who does 9 to 5 in Obodoyibo. So think about it, think about learning a skill before coming to abroad. Subsequently, this couple started having issues the moment the devil began to prepare meals for this happy family. The wife started complaining that the husband could no longer meet up to her demands. That her lifestyle has changed. Her husband cannot afford her lifestyle anymore. And what did she do? She became the boss of the house. Hence, she took care of much financial burden of the family, especially meeting up with the children's financial needs. However, she started forming leagues with her children, turning her children against their dad. The man started staying aloof in the house, and continually he begged for peace to reign in the family. And the wife paid deaf ears to her husband's plead, yet called him names such as lazy, useless, irresponsible, and all what have you. So moving on, this man became depressed. He was always speaking to friends and family to help him speak to the wife to change, because he was always crying like a baby, complaining that the wife made him feel less like a man. Then the friends he complained to encouraged him, asked him to ignore and persevere. So in January 2022, the wife announced to the husband that she has bought a new house. They all moved into this new house, but what was happening did not stop. And the wife continued treating the husband like a nobody. She used the expression such as, "Leave my house if you cannot obey me, you irresponsible man." She locked him out of the house in several occasions. Sadly, the children were on their mother's side because the mother was the sole financial provider. But this is really sad, because no matter how much you provide as a woman or as a man, both of you should respect each other and acknowledge each other's efforts. So in the face of all these attacks by the woman to the husband, the man started having suicidal thoughts. He wanted to kill himself, as he told the friends that life is entirely unfair to him, that what has he done to have deserved all this from the wife. But the friends advised him not to. Instead, he should walk away. Hence, the love has lost in his marriage. The wife is no longer interested in the marriage. Suddenly, the line or the sentence, "walk away," is very easy to say to anybody. Unfortunately, it is the most difficult step or action to take in the cases like this. So the man has these rhetorical questions: "But I loved my wife so much. I have invested all my life in this marriage. My children, where would he go from that step?" And these were all the rhetorical questions he asked. So fast forward to April 2023, this woman further announced to the husband that she has bought another house. But this time, the new house is specifically for her and her customers, because her customers wouldn't like disturbance. However, she advised that the man could hold on to their 2 boys while the 3 girls stays with her. And the man was like, "Why are you trying to divide the family?" And she said she doesn't really need disturbance, that the man is welcome to bring the boys over to sleep over during the weekend. Yes, but he cannot sleep in the house because she likes her privacy. And then this man agreed to this deal just for peace to reign, hoping that the wife would someday change. Hence, he obeys the wife's orders. Fast forward to August 2023, this same woman instructed that she would like her sons to move in with her in the new house while the husband stays in the old house. She also ordered that the husband should move all their property, everything in the old house, into the new house. So she further stated that anytime you would like to meet with your sons, that she would arrange a means for that to happen. And the man begged and begged. and everything fell on the deaf ears again. So, and what did he do? This same obedient man did as instructed by the wife by bringing the boys to the new house and the property as well. And guess what? The same Mrs. Jezebel did not allow this man into the house. Rather, he took everything and the boys and locked the man outside. However, this man knocked for over an hour, yet the woman refused to open for him to come in. So the next day was this man's 46th birthday, a day after he moved the property and the boys to the wife's new house. Then in the morning, there came an SMS by the wife wishing this man a happy birthday. Here is what she wrote. Happy birthday, friend. We are better off as friends than lovers. Well, you have to look for where you will start staying because I have to get rid of the old house in question. I wish you well in life because I have moved on. Wow, what a happy birthday message from a wife to a husband. This is more than heartbreaking. So a few hours later, the kids rang their dad to bring them a few groceries, and he accepted to buy those stuff and send to the kids, that he would be bringing them in the evening. At 6 p.m., this man sends the groceries to the house. He knocked, the kids opened, and what happened next would shock you. So he asked the kids, how about your mom? They said their mom was at the bathroom at that moment. So he walked into the bathroom, brought out his gun, and silenced the wife. He shot the wife in the head and in the chest and in the leg, and then he rang 911 saying he had killed the bitch. There is a video of this very story I shared because I watched the video, but not everything that I've stated so far. But the last bit where this man rang 911 and said he had killed the bitch. Stand up and fight me now. Stuff like that. And he gave out the address to the police to come and get him. So when the police arrived, the man was seen sitting next to the wife's body, and they rushed this woman to the hospital as she was still breathing at that moment. Unfortunately, she passed. She died 2 hours after she arrived at the hospital. And what happened to the man next? This very man, Mr. Adeyemo, is currently at the Orange Court Jail in Florida. Yes, he will either be sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. And this is the unfortunate end of this couple in diaspora. Who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame the man for sending the wife abroad alone with the kids? Are you going to blame, I don't know, is it really bad for a woman to later become a breadwinner of the family? Meanwhile, something didn't balance well in this narrative because a man that does delivery job and Uber services should also be earning an equal proportion of money just as the wife, or maybe the wife was, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know exactly what your take is. Is it really bad for a man to have sent the family abroad without him being there with them initially? And I don't think this Nigerian soldier went to school up to university level, even if, because some of the Nigerian soldiers, some of them would only have secondary education. And just like this woman, she didn't go to the university. From the picture painted here, from 18 years old, she married and traveled at the age of 20-something, started making hair. She didn't do any other job. So certainly she did not go to the university just like the husband. So not as if the wife was more educated, it's just money issues. So what do you really think? What usually come over most women when they start earning far more above their husbands? And do you think that this man should have walked away, leaving her family, her children, 5 children? And I don't know, what's your take? What's your take? Because I cannot be the judge. Thank you so much for watching Life in Diaspora. It's always challenging for couples, especially when they don't understand themselves, But then, it's a pity that this ended in this tragic way. How about their children? What becomes of these 5 children they brought into this world? It's a pity though.